Have you ever thought about starting your own podcast? When I was trying to get to this podcast off the ground, I had so many questions. How do I record an episode? Where do I find my background music? How do I get my show on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and all the other places people like to listen? Where do I find the advertisers? The answer to every one of these questions is really simple. Anchor. Anchor is a one-stop shop for recording, hosting, and distributing and monetizing your podcast. And best of all, it's 100% free and 100% ridiculously easy to use. So, if you want to start a podcast, go to anchor.fm/start to join me and the diverse community of podcasters already using Anchor. That's anchor.fm/start. I can't wait to hear your podcast. Hey guys, and welcome to Marvel Tuesday, part of March Mayhem. In today's episode, we're going to be talking about is the final episode. But this is the final episode of WandaVision, literally called the series finale. Which, of course, this is literally the series finale. With all the... But, however, I just got a few laughs out. And of course, excitement on my excitement shown on this episode. But, however, not like in every sitcoms, the series finales are really, really emotional, because this one is a superhero show with suspense and mystery and drama. This one, however, is a very, very emotional series finale moment, including our very own Wanda and Vision going goodbye. And even though but there's a review, because this is the last episode of WandaVision, and of course, I'm gonna say, guys, before I'm gonna say this, you have been warned, because this episode will contain, of course, this episode contains heavy spoilers. If you do not want to be spoiled, just go watch it, and of course put in hashtag don't spoil the MCU. Okay? Like, of course, unlike some people, however, just spoiled the endgame. So, yeah, pretty much it. Here we go. Alright. So, guys, we started off with previously on WandaVision with the title called Previously On. So this episode is the final one of WandaVision, because this is a mini-series after all. And it's a series finale. However, it's literally called the series finale because this is a mini-series. It ain't it's a one and done, not a begging for a renewal. You know, like Teen Titans Go, and of course, like Agents of Shield, and Agents and the Mandalorian, and of course, Zenimation, where you can experience some ASMR experience, and of course, enjoy the sound. But we're gonna cut right to the chase. So the last time we ended up is Sword creating their own vision, with director Hayward and director, creating their own vision, and Agnetha Harkness chaining up the boys like dogs. Still creepy about it, still creepy by it, and of course, still not sure about that. But yeah, so, and then of course we begin with Agatha, for the boys, of course, being on the leash. And of course, the Scarlet Witch just took down excuse my language, the Harkness bitch. And yeah, like I say, if you excuse my language, I would never say that. I would never say that in front of a lady. Yes, I would never say that to a lady. Ever. That word. Okay, with that out of the way, let's get back. So, as she tells the boys, Billy and Tommy, to go back in the house. And of course, the boys right back in their homes, but then Harkness is sucking up the spell, and of course, her hand is shriveling like a raisin, like a grape into a raisin. And then of course, so she was thrown in cart. Then ding dong, the witch is dead. Witch oh witch, the wicked witch. Ding dong, the wicked witch is dead. Or so they thought. As we see Sword's version of Vision, and of course, she was embracing him, and then of course, hold her face, and what is he doing? And he's trying to crush her skull like a grape, until she was saved by her own version of Vision, or the OG Vision that Tony Stark and the Avengers had made. And of course, he asks, "Where are the boys?" They, bring them inside it, and then of course they say, save this town. No, and Vision replied with, "Let's fight for it." And then they fight. He fights Sword's Vision, while Wanda, however, is looking for Vision. Looking for Agatha, who of course wasn't dead. That wicked witch of Westview, New Jersey. And of course, there are people who are of course, yeah, or her hostages. And then after they cut their strings, they are begging badly, and of course they are looking at her like she's the suspect. Of course. And of course she broke the she broke down and causing people to choke out of their lives. Like with necklaces. And of course, but back at the behind the vortex, we see director Thomas Hayward of Sword, and of course, it's treating the team like a villain. Like they're the bad guys. And then, of course, they are captured Agent Jong-un. Agent Woo. Sorry. I'm sorry. Sorry, yeah, because I did watch the interview where he played the leader of North Korea, Kim Jong-un. And then he learned a magic trick that Scott Lang, after the events of Ant-Man and the Wasp, after he's clear of his house arrest, after he was cleared from his house arrest, however, he learned a thing or two from the internet, which Scott Lang told Agent Wu to, I gave him a trick. Now, an advice for performing to be a professional in magic tricks. However, it's just of course, she releases stuff, and of course, where's Monica? Monica, however, is stuck with Petro, who's either a hipster or an earthy, the music in his bed cave, and of course, one later ago, and then it's found out the name, Ryan Boner. Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry, that name is, well, that's funny, however, she took off the necklace on Petro, and of course, it's actually one of the hostages. He's actually one of the hostages, and of course, she was given a begging by Kitty Foreman, begging if she's gonna either free them or kill them. But if she don't release them, she begged to kill them. But she had a good heart, and of course, release them. And of course, the vortex is going to be gone. The vortex is almost gone. However, and then Thomas Hayward and Sword went in. But although it's a bad thing for Wanda, because both Vision and the boys are begging for help, you know, because he's gonna. They were ripping apart, and of course, Agatha gave Wanda an ultimatum to save the town or save her family. And she can't have it both ways. But then, of course, they made it in without turning into characters, and they are. And of course, she closes the portal and chose her family. Then the two got in, Wanda, of course, will be confronting Agatha, and her Vision will be confronting their Vision. Well, I don't like pronouns per se. I don't like pronouns per se. Like I say, I don't like pronouns per se, but however, just, Sword's Vision versus Wanda's Vision, and they went into the library. And of course, almost did its next step, but however, back to, however, we get to the boys and Monica. Well, Monica seeing Sword after Tommy went quickly to take the guns. That's nice. And what's Hayward doing? Now, Hayward, we don't want. Look, we already have some issues. They're just kids. Look, they're just kids, this. But Monica came in and saved the day. Then, she passed it in with Billy having a psyche. Bit of a psyche, just like Vision or her mother. His gun ran out of bullets. I think I like Monica now. I think I'm glad she's more prominent in there. It's a wasted opportunity for Captain Marvel. And then, of course, the part was funny when Hayward tried to escape, and then either Billy or Tommy are saying, you're going to go to jail. Now that's a sick burn to the grown-up. Yeah, the grown-up got burned. Well, not in a literal manner, just in detail, but in an insulting manner, however. Roasting a grown-up. Yeah, the kid just roasted a grown-up. If the Batman will go to jail, we'll see very soon. And then we get Vision, Wanda's Vision, confronting Sword's Vision, and then gave him the mind of seeing what their Vision, who he really is. WandaVision. And of course, Agatha, I used the spell, but then Wanda came in and did a mind trick on her, just like in Wanda. And then of course, with the dead covenant, Wanda wrapped around the scene on a stake, and then of course, burned the witch. And then, unfortunately, Harkness just backfired Wanda by placing her in a stake. And of course, gave her a bargain. I thought that was Domaru's job to bargain. I thought it was Domaru's bargain to make a bargain. Not Harkness. Well, why didn't Doctor Strange go to her first before going to Domaru to make a bargain? No? Saying, Agatha Harkness, I've come to bargain. But she rejected that offer, and of course, gave her the powers. Trying to commit a sacrifice so she could be with Vision and Pietro. And then of course, Agatha was very powerful. And Wanda was like a racing now, and of course, she gloats and tried to finish off the powerless Wanda. But used up the power so much she can't even use them anymore. Yep, the Wicked Witch of Westview is powerless now, and Wanda, of course, absorbing all the power. Not just for, returning hers to Wanda, but also sucking up Agatha's magic. Oh. And of course, I gotta say, I love the new uniform, Has quite a sex appeal going on. Wow! Yeah! Pop, 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 boom! Damn it! I gotta refuse to do. I don't need to, damn it! I don't need redheads in my vision. I don't need that. I don't need the redheads on that fantasy redhead island. Come on, Mega Rich Forces. Come on, focus. Sorry, folks. Won't happen again. As of Wanda in her new costume, the MCU version from the 60s, she, of course, gonna give punishment to Agatha. She's giving the punishment to Agatha, and her punishment is worse than death, worse than imprisonment. Or worse is being stuck on a roll for the rest of eternity. And of course, the role, a nosy neighbor named Agnes. They turned into a free carrying. And free carrying nosy of a neighbor. But, however, we do have an unfortunate tearjerker. We have a tear-jerking moment, which it did tug my heartstrings. And it is really sad seeing Wanda and Vision saying goodnight to the boys. But however, she was just, and her final words were with Tommy and Billy saying, "Thanks for choosing me to be your mom." And yeah, it's unfortunate. While Westview, however, that was within Wanda, of course, I guess, return back to which they once were. So yeah. And of course we see the last of Wanda and Vision being together, and then Vision, before he goes, asks her one more time, "What am I?" And Wanda just told Vision that he's full of wires and blood and bones. And I'm sorry, just tear me up with her saying I forgot Resident 2, but the last one I started to remember. The last one was, "And always will be my love." And that moment right there, ladies and gentlemen, is the saddest one right here. And then Vision said his goodbyes is to mention this transfer the house that she turned into a sitcom back into the house that would have been theirs. And then, of course, she walked the neighborhood, and the neighbors were looking around the citizens of Westview. They were looking directly at her, but they didn't show fear or praise, just staring at them. While she's gonna say her goodbye to Monica. Monica, however, is the only one who praised the word, and of course has about power to say would have brought her mother back. Yeah, but tell you the truth, if I would have used that power, I would bring back my father. Yeah, but yeah, it's just fiction, And powers, the powers aren't real. The only thing that are the powers real. But then Wanda flies out of Westview, New Jersey. Thus, before we end, there are two scenes. One mid-credit, we see Agent Lou, of course, congratulating Monica. And saying with a smile. While Hayward, however, won't be having a role imprisonment. He will just go to prison for being a no-good son of a bitch. For trying to kill Wanda. As I tell you, he tried to kill Wanda, so no, we're not having that. So, Yeah. And then, of course, we got a female agent, however, just wanna take Monica to the movie theater. Oh, are we gonna go to the movies? Oh, are we getting a private screen of Black Widow? That's really interesting. But it turns out she's one of the Skrulls. And yeah, Skrulls are shape-shifting, and of course, I don't pay much attention to Captain Marvel because, the film is okay. Just I don't have any interest, but I noticed now that those are the Skrulls. One of the Skrulls. I think that must be the Missus, or I think that's the daughter. But I think that's the. But wait, I think that's the daughter of the Skrull couple, the refugees. The ones who show Wanda the truth. I'm sorry, Carol Danvers, the truth of why the Skrulls are not the villains, but the Kree, no surprise, are. But then aside from that, but as I was saying, she is an old friend to her mother. And I gotta say, that is interesting. I can't wait to see what happens. But, however, at the post-credit, which is Wanda hearing the tea. Oh, tea's ready. Or it's going. They're still going, and then we see. No! Scarlet Witch. We're gonna bug it while we hear the boys crying out for help for their mom. My God, no! And thus ends the series. And okay, yes, it's time for me to get my final thoughts on this. I was skeptical at first, but hey, it was interesting. It was actually interesting. Well, the 4th episode, however, yeah, like I say, the 4th episode, now that is very interesting. Got me interested, and of course, I can't wait to see where she goes next with Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Doom. I can't wait to see that movie. Well, it's going to be like in the next 2 years, but for now, we're going to end the show. That's the end of the show, and it's time to end this episode and the review. Okay, guys, that's going to be about it for Marvel Tuesday. And I gotta say, I love this show. Got me at doubt first, then it got me interested. With the 4th episode, we interrupt this program, which was heavy on spoilers. Now, this one, I gave a spoiler-free detail, and of course, and that's it for WandaVision. I will see you guys and that's going to do about it for this episode. And I will see you guys, part of March Mayhem with Falcon and Winter Soldier.